This question is not asked nearly enough. It is more insidious than overt, like some of the larger issues that we face. This goes to the very heart of protecting our freedoms and ensuring the separation of power and the role of the Congress in its oversight function. What I have said on many, many occasions is that the second act, the very second act that we need to pass as a new Congress in 2009 is to establish a commission to begin an investigation of the executive orders of the Bush administration that have undermined our freedoms and our rights. We need to understand what he has done to allow for the illegal wiretaps we have seen. We need to understand what he has done in terms of the signing documents to say that somehow he is exempt and above the law. We need to understand what he has done in terms of undermining habeas corpus and the illegal detentions. We need to understand what he has done that has undermined those rights for all of us. And we need to make sure that that doesn't become the new baseline. And that's what really worries me, is I don't care who the next administration is, we cannot allow that to become the starting point and then moving on even further from there. We need to stop it now. We need to bring it back down. We need to understand the harm that he has done. And we need to rebuild the oversight function of the Congress in protecting our rights, protecting our freedoms, and making sure that no other president ever is able to operate as if he were above the law.
Thank you, Mr. Tinklenberg. Now, Mr. Olson.
We need Democrats in Congress with backbone. We need to look at this administration and see whether, once they leave, we should prosecute. There are those who ask the question, should impeachment proceedings be brought against George Bush, which would leave us with Dick Cheney, of course. Should they then be brought against Dick Cheney? These are very, very serious issues. Now it's kind of too late to be a waste of time to do it, so to speak. Except that if people like George Bush, Dick Cheney, Paul Wolfowitz, Karl Rove think that they can violate the Constitution in the future Republican or Democratic think that they can get by with it and leave office because George Bush and Dick Cheney did without consequences, this may hurt the United States for decades to come. So we need to give very, very strong consideration to, once we have them out of office, we look very strongly at prosecuting them individually for constitutional and other violations while they were in office. Very important. We should not be retroactively granting immunity to people, executives, telecom executives, who may well have violated our Constitution and the laws of the United States. And we have members of Congress right now on both sides of the aisle that are vacillating on that. Not only is it dangerous right now, but it's even more important that if we set a precedent of letting people get by with this, that in the future our children and our grandchildren will not have the safety of our Constitution.